Okay guys, just wanted to record this quick screenshot and then I'll come back and do a small video at the end of this video to, show you what's going on, because this is what happens. And what happens is we have an endless stream of tyrants that will just go on and on and on if they can get away with what they're getting away with. And this is what it is, right? So this is the province of Saskatchewan minister's order by order of the Lieutenant Governor of the Council 465/2021, dated 13th of September 2021. A declaration of emergency has been made for the province of Saskatchewan to address the COVID-19 public health emergency. Sections 18 and 18.1 of the Emergency Planning Act provide in part as follows: powers of the minister in an emergency. Right, let's go through this, because I appeared on a live stream the other night and we didn't get through the whole of this, and it's not particularly long, so please bear with me on this one. But this is the problem that people don't understand, right? Let's go through this situation first, and then I'll come back with my comments at the end of the video. So, on the making of emergency declaration or renewal of an emergency declaration, and during the emergency period, the minister may put into operation any emergency plan or program that the minister considers appropriate. So as long as it's up to the tyrant to do whatever he wants to do, he can consider it appropriate. That's where we're going, guys, right? That is where we're going, right? Let's just take this thing in of itself. B. Authorise or require a local authority to put into effect an emergency plan for the municipality. So they can just sort of say, right, we're closing down that town or this town or that town because we've got an emergency plan, right? Assume direction, control of emergency response and local authority. Acquire and utilise any real or personal. Acquire or utilise any real or personal property that the minister considers necessary to prevent, combat or alleviate the effects of emergency. I mean, just listen to this shit. It is absolute bollocks. This is just tyranny staring you in the face. And, let's go on to the next one. Authorise a qualified person to render aid to a type the person is qualified to provide. Control, prohibit travel to or from any area of Saskatchewan. Provide or for the restoration essential facilities and the distribution of essential supplies. Provide, maintain, coordinate emergency medical, welfare, law enforcement and other essential services in any part of Saskatchewan. Cause the evacuation of persons and the removal of persons or livestock or personal property from any area of Saskatchewan that is or may be affected by an emergency, and make arrangements for the adequate care and protection of those persons or livestock and of personal property, right? So they basically can take anything away they want from you, right? And this goes on and on and on, and I'll leave a link in the description for this video, right? But the most important one is this one here, right? So you've got A, B, C, D, E, H, I, J, K, L. This one here. This one here. L. See where my cursor is? L. Procure or fix prices for food, clothing, fuel, equipment, medical supplies or other essential supplies, and the use of any property, services, resources or equipment with any part of Saskatchewan during the emergency period that he can just make up whenever he wants. Are we getting this fucking program, people? We need to start getting with the fucking program, because this is absolute tyranny. If I said that this came from, you know, from, North Korea, you know, and people go, well, yeah, that sounds absolutely normal. That's what you expect in North Korea. This comes from Canada, for God's sake. This comes from Canada. At which point do we not realize as human beings that we're being absolutely fucked over with bullshit legislation like this, right? Bullshit legislation like this. Right, hey, I'm going to come back to another little word. Sorry, I can't find it. Where is it? Right, okay, let's just scroll down again. Okay, right, let's look at, so we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I. No, is it I? No, it's J. Authorize the entry into any building or any land without a warrant by any person in course of implementing an emergency plan. So basically, this tyrant can literally say, I authorize Mr. Jones to go onto Mr. Smith's property and deny him his rights to his property without a warrant and seize his property or his building, and authorize entry into that property or into his fucking building. And it's quite clearly and this is the whole thing. I'll leave the whole thing in the description, just read it for yourself. This is tyranny. This is the absolute, non-sequential. This is tyranny, absolute tyranny. And if I said to you that the North Korean government could come and take away your property without a warrant, you'd probably go, yeah, doesn't surprise me. Yeah, but here's the Canadian government doing exactly the same thing, right? And I'll come back at the end of this video and explain to you why you should be worried. Okay, guys? Right, I'll be back in a sec. Hi guys, just to end this video, what we've got to understand is the fact that we have a bunch of tyrants that are putting this bullshit into place, right? And once one of these tyrants gets away with this bullshit, right, then the next tyrant's going to go, well, how did he get all of that power? Oh, he just wrote a bit of thing on a bit of paper and said he could do it, and everybody's got to comply with it. That's the next thing. And then the next tyrant does it, and the next province does it, and the next county does it, and the next fucking councillor does it. And whatever these people want to call themselves, the next person puts it in place. These are psychopathic, sociopathic people who could not give a flying fuck about your rights and your freedoms, right? All they give a fuck about is their right to control you and their right to hold a grasp over you, right? That's what this is about. And once one of these people gets away with the stuff that we put in the first part of this video, the next tyrant's going to come in, and then the next tyrant's going to come in, and then the next sociopath and the next psychopath. Yeah? That's how it's going to work. You need to stand up. Stand up against this. It doesn't matter what it's about. If it was irrelevant what it's about. It's the fact that these people can put this shit into place and get away with it, and that people in this world will accept this nonsense, is where the problem is. It doesn't matter what the situation is, whether it be,
one disease or another, or world war or problem, or some sort of diplomatic situation or whatever. People can't write this type of shit and get away with it. And that's what you need to understand. The situation is irrelevant. It's the absolute nonsense that people can write this shit and get away with it. And that's where we all need to stand up. Because that stuff is bollocks. It's bollocks. It's like me just going, right, I don't want anyone to film me in a public place from now on. And I'm going to write loads of A, B, C, D, E, G, nonsense and publish it, and you all have to abide by it. Because that's exactly what this Canadian fuckknuckle has just done. Okay? And we need to stand up for that, guys. We need to stand up against it. You have to do it. Because otherwise these people will just run riot across the world with their nonsense. Because I could put up any old nonsense in a piece of paper and print it off and go, this is what I declare must happen. That's exactly what they're doing. It's nonsense. And you need to stop complying to it. Non-compliance is what you must do. The power of the word no. We're not going to do it. And on top of that, hold them accountable for what they're doing. Take them to court. Report them to the police. That is nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. So please, please share this video with everybody you know. Let's get people, on board. Something needs to happen, because if we don't do something now, we are going to be a lost humanity. A lost humanity. Because we're going to let these people do whatever they like, write down whatever they want on an A4 sheet of paper, and that's going to govern your rights for the rest of your life. Do me a favour. Do me a fucking favour. Start waking the fuck up. Because when these people start, they ain't going to stop. Take care, everyone. Please share this video. Thank you.